دكتور عقاب علي أستاذ الدراسات الاستراتيجية بكم معي في هذه الحلقة. أبدأ مع ضيفي دكتور عقاب. دكتور عقاب، لعلك تسمعني جيدا الآن، ولعلك كذلك استمعت إلى سؤالي السابق الذي يتحدث عن وقف أو هدف
I think it's more understanding between Iran and Pakistan, but also China is becoming more involved as well, and China supports Pakistan's mediation efforts to resolve this issue because they're directly affected also. But I think it's also because Pakistan and Iran recognize that there is a necessity for it. But however, Iran has also just said today that there are no peace talks, there is no agreement, and there are no potential talks right now. But back channels are continuing, and back channel talks are in motion, such as between Oman and Iran also. And Pakistan is involved in this, but the Omanian and Iranian talks are more about the technical issues on the Hormuz Strait rather than the larger peace issues between our ceasefire. But there has been a proposal for a ceasefire for 10 days. We've already seen a couple of days now of the ceasefire. I wouldn't call it an established ceasefire, but I think there's been a lull in violent activities by both sides. And I think it's also many reasons, as the last speaker has also mentioned, that there is a deficiency in American stockpiles, especially Patriot missiles, to protect themselves. So in that respect, they have to hold back. Also for the fact that the Army or the Joint Chiefs in America have warned Donald Trump, specifically indicating that this will be disastrous if they carry on, because they will not have the munitions ready in case there is an eventuality where Russia or China get involved for some reason. That is their concern. So they have to backtrack and pull back a little bit. So there's a wider geostrategic issue here that America has used a lot of their munitions. And this moment in time, they're not resupplying so quickly. But that also gives an avenue for tempering the situation down and relaxing the circumstances where both sides can maybe start thinking again, and maybe eventually through mediation allowing themselves to maybe indirectly talk to each other. But at this moment in time, there's no such thing as even indirect talks. There is mediation to some extent, but it's very back channel, it's not overt, it's not open yet. There is hope that that this will transpire into something better, though, if there is no further hostility. However, Bab al-Mandab is still seeing hostilities as far as the Houthis are concerned. So that may cause a problem between Saudis and the Houthis, and that may get the Iranians involved further. So there is a little of a problematic issue here. And so to Israel in Lebanon.
طيب دكتور عقاب، ماذا عن التوافق الإيراني العماني؟ هل من ناحية أخرى تقوم إسلام آباد بتوافق ما أو تتدخل في نوع المناقشات التي تجري بين الجانب العماني والإيراني؟ ذكرت طبعا موقف عمان وما تقوم به بخصوص مضيق هرمز تحديدا مع إيران.
Perhaps this lead us to something concrete and perhaps
revive العمانية الإيرانية. هل تدخل باكستان على الخط بخصوص هذه المناقشات بين عمان وإيران كذلك فيما يتعلق بمضيق هرمز؟
Okay, what I think is that this whole aspect, there's a lot of collaboration between Omani, the Qataris, other Gulf states, and Pakistan. They're collaborating in one way or another to make sure that the tensions are reduced. It's in the interest of all Gulf states, including Iran, to reduce the hostilities somehow. I think Pakistan is involved in that partly. It's keeping up to date with exactly what's happening between Oman and Iran. But this is also a technical issue that Iran wants Oman to understand and how to share the Hormuz Strait. And that's where Pakistan can get some findings and understanding, but maybe cannot influence directly, because this is bilateral issues between Oman and Iran. However, Iran is also providing information about this to keep Islamabad clear about exactly what it requires Islamabad to know. And Oman is also doing its part to make sure that everything is clear as far as the Americans are concerned as well. So I think what's happening is this is an opportunity to push diplomacy. I think, if I misunderstood your question as well, that opportunity to push diplomacy is happening right now. And I think the Americans, they have their own munition problems, but there is also the opportunity to relax a little bit and allow this negotiation to occur to see what the outcome is for the betterment of the situation altogether. And I think Pakistan is also pushing for that requirement, but also China is trying to influence the situation by involving themselves and announcing whatever they might want to the Americans as well. So they want to make sure that the Americans understand that Chinese are getting more involved in the situation in the Gulf, primarily because, like they said, they have a strategic relationship with Iran, and that America should not cross red lines in that respect as well. So I think there is a lot of geostrategic pushing. And the situation, as far as American munitions are concerned, is something that Russia and China is taking note of for their own circumstances, their own strategic environment as well, and their own conflicts or potential conflicts in the future. So this has a lot more dynamics at play than just a local environment in the Hormuz Strait. Now, that's what we're finding out. But nevertheless, this is still an opportunity for diplomacy to take first place here. I think Pakistan has recognized this and is trying to push this.
شكرا جزيلا. انتهى وقتي. كان معي من اسلام اباد دكتور عقاب علي زي استاذ الدراسات الاستراتيجيه من لندن.
القاهرة
Thank
الإخبارية
you.
الأسرع الأدق.